we are just about to get started. We're going to be doing oracle readings. So I'm going to pull a card, and then Anisha, who's going to be joining us shortly, as long as all of the tech works, is going to be doing some collective readings as well by highlighting your. Hi, Anisha.
Hello, hi. Am I audible?
Oh,
Am I audible?
yes. Can you hear me?
Wonderful. It's so nice to get to see you.
Yes, same. Absolutely. So yeah, I was just saying that we're going to do some collective readings today. And we initially found each other through Insight Timer. Is that right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
such a wonderful platform, and I'm so happy that I get to, connect with you. And I have, I have really resonated with all of your readings I have come across so far. So yeah, it
Oh,
is it is so amazing that we get to do this together, and yeah, we can get started with the collective readings.
yes, absolutely. Thank you for being here too. The last time I watched Anisha's live, I was really just taken by how sweet and kind and soft that you were. And the reading that you gave was very spot on for me as well. So that's what we're doing here today.
No, thank
Those of you who
you.
are watching live or watching the replay, let us know, where are you watching from? Where are you located? And what we're going to do is pull an oracle card. And then with that word, Anisha, you're going to.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is what I have just done one time right now, and we decided on this thing, which is scroll on Substack, which I'm calling right now. So what I'm going to do is Simone is going to, provide a word for us, and then I'm going to go into Substack. I'm going to put that word in the search box on Substack, and then we are going to, I'm going to tune into my intuition, close my eyes, scroll through that, and see which, particular piece of writing do I feel most called to. And I'm going to read that out so that everyone here can receive the message. And, instead of mindlessly scrolling, we are doing intentional, intuitive scrolling. So, yeah, that's what we are going to do.
I love that. And also at the same time, we get to highlight people who are on Substack and who are sharing their articles. So I think it's a beautiful idea. And as you were talking, I actually got the first card.
Oh, you're quick. Okay, communication. Interesting.
Communication. It
Okay.
literally
Okay.
jumped out of the deck while you were talking. So let's see. Hi, Caitlin.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hello. Hi, Caitlin.
All right.
So now do you want to share anything about the card before I
Yeah.
search it or? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. This is the communication card. It's from the Green Witch Oracle deck. And what this one talks about is, well, it's Pisces energy. So what it is, it's about communicating with with what you dream for your life and stepping into what I see as the role that you have with other people, with the universe, in reaching your goals is by communicating and being in community. As we remember, the word communication comes from community. And let's see what
Beautiful.
it has to say here in the guidebook. It's connected with the P as well, you can see. So all of these cards that we're going to see today are connected with different flowers or vegetables or fruits. And this one says the P tells us that now is the time to move ahead with projects, plans, and ideas. There are new ways of thinking and approaching challenges and even life if you're willing to listen to what could be an alternate communication method with concepts you may have dismissed in the past. Sharing ideas, considering partnerships, gathering information, and stepping up enthusiasm are all indicated. Be wary of haphazard actions and failing to follow through. And this is connected to Mercury, Venus, and Aphrodite, as well as Pisces. Yes.
Beautiful. And I'm glad we already started this partnership and we are in alignment with the card.
I was thinking the same
Okay.
thing.
So, and if anyone else want to share, what Simone talked about, so if anything came up for you from that, you guys can share that in the comments. So, yeah, and until then, I will do the next reading based on this word, which is communication. So I have typed it on our Substack app, which is the word communication. And now let's see what the amazing creators on Substack wants to say to us around communication. So I am going to, scroll this on my side and let's see what the intuition wants to bring us for us. Okay. So the person whose beautiful words we are receiving is balanced discipline. So that is the name of the creator. And they say that lack of communication ruins everything because instead of knowing how the other person is feeling, we just assume. And this was a short note, but I guess, it is a very clear message that if you are feeling a tension or a conflict, or if you're meeting anyone like a stranger. So instead of having all these preconceived notions, bringing that beginner's mind to that person and being open instead of assuming that they might be a certain way because of the way they look, because of the where they came from, because of the way they dress. So not judging
Oh,
the person by the cover, but being open that how this person might impact my life right now.
mhm.
That is the message that came up from me.
Hi.
Okay.
Wonderful. All right. So let us know in the comments if anything resonated for you. We're also going to, I think, later on do some individual readings. So
Yeah,
if you'd like to
definitely.
jump on that, let us know. Or ooh,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
another card came through. Very interesting. Trust.
Mm.
Connected with Scorpio and connected with the intuition as well as the plant basil. So let me read a little bit about that. Oh, yes. And the card number is 21. So in there, we have in numerology, that's a 3. You add up the 2 and the 1, so it becomes a 3, which is all about creativity. And so to me, just right off the bat, this is trusting that your creative projects are valuable and worth putting out into the world. Let's see what it says. Basil will indicate energies surrounding trust and the workings of relationships. A lot of themes about relationships today.
Yeah.
Consideration and putting more into gaining harmonious ground, wow, are required. And although this does include romance, Basil is referencing any relationship or connection. Education and travel are all areas that are shining with positive vibes at the moment. But be wary of being in situations or relationships you know are not good for you. Awesome. And the uses are good luck, love, prosperity, reconciliation, and success with Mars and Scorpio. Oh, so interesting.
Yeah, and what clicked for me from that was, trusting what you want to create, that you have it in you, and there are other people who wants to receive that. So if anyone is a creator here, they can share, anything that they're currently struggling with, or, that they have difficulty trusting that they have anything to offer into this world. So yeah, maybe share anything that you have been hiding and what this message is, saying to you in the comments if you guys feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, and my turn.
Yeah. Perfect.
So now, let's do what I usually do, which is something called as Wheel of Wisdom. So I have this Wheel of Wisdom, and this wheel basically contains the name of 51 transformational books that I've came across in my own journey of healing and personal growth. So,
That's
oh, I'm
cool.
so happy to see your expression, Simone. It seems like you like the wheel.
I'm definitely looking that up when we're done here.
Yeah, so what we are going to do now is I would love for you guys to, take a moment to bring to your mind anything that you need guidance on, anything, any specific issue, a specific desire, or simply an intention that anyone listening right now or to this recording would receive the message that is there for their highest good. So hold anything, any of these things in your awareness as the wheel chooses a book for us.
Mm.
Okay. So I actually did a live yesterday, and this was the same book that came up. So maybe there is something interesting that want to come up. The name of the book is The Pocket Pema Chodron. So she is a very famous spiritual teacher, and it is a collection of all her teachings. So just give me a second to open the book, and then we will do a reading. Um,
Yeah, and while Anisha is doing that, let us know in the comments section if anybody would like an individual reading later on
yeah.
when we do the individual readings.
Okay. So, I would invite you, Simone, as well as anyone else in the space to pick a number between 30 to 114. Let me type it.
Hi, Susie. 30 to 114.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if anybody puts one in the comments section.
Yeah, so take your time and see which number you're feeling called to and share that in the comments.
Any number between 30 and 1 and 14.
And until then, if you feel called to do a reading, Simone, you can do that, until we are waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody put a number in the comments section between
Okay,
30 and
we have a
114.
number.
Ah, Caitlin.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Caitlin. Perfect.
Caitlin. Okay.
33.
Hmm. And maybe Simone, if you also have a number, you can do that. You can also put it in the comments.
I
Yeah, we
will.
will.
Wow. Okay. 38, I'm going to say.
Okay. So we have two numbers. And anyone else also feel called, you guys can share your number. And until then, let me do a reading for. Okay, I am feeling called towards your number, Simone. I'm glad that we did that for you as well. Okay, so let's see what is on page number 38 for you and for everyone here. So, what came up is overcoming unworthiness. Remind yourself in whatever way is personally meaningful, that it is not in your best interest to reinforce thoughts and feelings of unworthiness. Even if you have already taken the bait and feel the familiar pull of self denigration, marshal your intelligence, courage, and humor in order to turn the tide. Ask yourself, do I want to strengthen what I am feeling now? Do I want to cut myself off from my basic goodness? Remind yourself that your fundamental nature is unconditionally open and free. So, I don't know if it resonated with you. If it not,
Yeah.
because from your post, I've seen that you have worked on that a lot, and now you're fully confident in that. And maybe this is just another reminder. So, yeah, feel free to share anything that came up for
Yeah.
you. One of it.
I like that I come across fully confident, but I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really felt so strong because I know that growing up for myself, um, I had a parent that was very judgmental and very harsh. And so I I just started to believe that the feelings and thoughts that I had were not real and to just forget my own feelings and forget my own thoughts. And at that same time, I realized little by little that I built this mindset that what I had to offer wasn't worthy because it was like I had to sacrifice that part of myself in order to fit in or to be, part of my family. And
Mm.
so, um, yeah, like I said, I'm glad I come across that way, but I definitely don't feel that way. And so your reading 100% resonated. Sure.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with all of us Simone. And I guess it is natural for us to want belonging because that our survival was based at some point. We needed to be in a tribe. We needed to feel that we belong. Otherwise, we would be alienated and we would get killed before when we
Yeah.
and like in that kind of environment. And that is why it has stayed with us. And that is why a lot of us sacrifice who we are, and we try to like suppress all these thoughts and feelings to fit in. But I'm glad that now that you appear that way, it seems like you are stepping into that identity even more and accepting whatever is coming up. Yeah. So
Yeah,
thank you for sharing.
absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. Should we go
Okay.
with Caitlin's number?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay. So let's see what is on page number 33. So the heading for this is Discover the Genuine Heart of Sadness. Now, if you look for that soft heart that we guard so carefully, if you decide that you're going to do a scientific exploration under the microscope and try to find that heart, you won't find it. You can look, but all you will find is some kind of tenderness. There isn't anything that you can cut out and put under the microscope. There isn't anything that you can dissect or grasp. The more you look, the more you find just a feeling of tenderness tinged with some kind of sadness. This sadness is not about somebody mistreating us. this is inherent sadness, unconditional sadness. It is part of our birthright, a family heirloom. It's been called the genuine heart of sadness. Now I know it seems a little sad, but what is coming up for me from that reading is to notice if you are feeling anger or fear or all of those kind of emotions, then exploring, is there form of sadness, Is there a part of you right now for you, Caitlin, that is feeling sad? Maybe about the life that you have to give up before, maybe about, something else. And embracing that part of you, accepting that part of you, accepting that there is sadness within me. And it is okay to feel this way. And maybe offering some love to that part. So, yeah, that is what came up for me. Let me know, Caitlin, if it resonated at all with you. Okay.
Shall I do a quick reading?
Yeah, yeah.
What we were going to do, and I really like this, is I'm going to pull out 3 cards from the deck. Aha. All right, so this will be number 1. This will be number 2, and this will be number 3. Oh, Caitlin has said something.
Yeah. She says that what came up for me is more about connection. That sadness is inherent, and we all experience it in our journeys here together. Love that sense of common humanity, and using it as a form of connection with everyone. So beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing that.
so
Yes,
true.
let's go
And
first.
okay. So everybody in the comment section, go ahead and put if you want card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3, and you can choose as well. All right. So as soon as you let me know, let's see what comes up. Which one do you like most, Anisha? This 1, 2, or
Hmm.
3?
For me, I feel called to one.
Okay. I really like this one. 2. Okay.
Okay.
And I like the shine off of 3. Yeah. Shiny cards. I'll have to show you guys my tarot deck in a minute because they're also very shiny. Okay. So let's see. We've got 1 and 2. Nobody wants 3 today? This is 1, 2, and 3. So just put a number in the comments section, whichever one you want, and I will read them for us. Matt says
Okay,
3.
Mike says three.
You're welcome. Welcome. Okay, perfect. So I guess we'll read all 3. Let's start with number 1. This one was like, I was really excited for this one for you, Anisha. And it's the fertility card, but doesn't necessarily have to do with having babies. So it just is
Mhm.
talking about uh fertile anything. And so the reason I really love this is because it's a Leo card. So it's talking about shining the spotlight on you and your work and seeing the fruits. Like literally you can see the fruit here of your labor, right?
Yeah, I guess I
So
needed that.
yeah, I feel like it's highlighting and spotlighting and anybody else who was like, "Oh, number 1, if you're watching this now or
Mhm.
watching the replay, either way, like this is a moment of stepping into the spotlight and really shining and getting that money." Very good. Okay. So, number 2 was for Keatlin, and it's also a collective reading, and this one is the affection card. Very interesting, and it's related to the zodiac sign Taurus, and it's also a number 3 in numerology. Ooh. Does this resonate with you at all, Caitlin? affection. I'm going to read a little bit from the book because nothing is coming to my mind immediately. Let's see. New experiences are coming your way, which means you will feel empowered, or you will feel prompted by new ways of doing things. If you are seeking a solution, be more receptive to suggestions and openings. Ensure you are putting your true feelings into all that you are doing. Interesting. A valuable proposition should come your way, but don't get too carried away. Interesting. It's connected with agreement, dexterity, love, family, and inner healing with Venus and Taurus. So yeah, I think I I don't know, does anything ring a bell for you, Anisha, for this one? I think we talked about family
Mm.
and sadness, right?
Yeah, for me, the only word that came up as soon as the card came up was Caitlin is a bundle of, like that affectionate energy. Because whenever I have her in my lives or when I'm in her lives, she's also a creator. So, like,
Oh,
it feels like, so close. Like everyone here in that space feels so close to her. Like they have been friends for a while.
oh
So,
wow.
Caitlin, yeah, that is just that came up for me. I'm not sure any meaning or anything, but yeah, I just want to let you know that you have that kind of a presence, that kind of an energy, or, in terms of the people who are around you or who witness you. So, yeah, know
Oh,
that.
that's very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to follow you later, Caitlin. 'Cause that sounds
Mm.
amazing. All right. And then the last card, number 3, here with this one Matt chose. And it's continuance with the apple and connected to Kitty in the mirror. Mm, sorry, I
Okay,
have like,
graphic.
oh, behind you, Anisha.
Mm, no, I think in the graphic in the card, maybe. I don't know,
Oh,
kitty. Yeah.
what
Yeah,
are you
okay, that
talking?
kitty. Okay, okay.
Yes. Okay. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, that is interesting. It's like it's like looking at the shadow work, right? There's the black
Mm.
cat in the mirror. We're looking at the mirror and the inner healing, I would say. Okay. I was like, I have a cat, but I'm like, she's not in here right now.
Hmm.
All right. So there we go. Let's see. This is for Matt. And also it's a collective reading. So if you're watching this at the replay and you chose card number 3, this one is for you. It's the continuance card. Connected with the apple and the zodiac sign Capricorn. Okay, so this one is all about, well, it's about continuance, clearly, but it's also about reaping the rewards. So, also about the harvest. So, the apple, when you cut into it, has a pentacle in the inside, which is traditionally the connected with the physical realm. So, connected with physical property, connected with money as well, career as well. And Capricorn, of course, is the zodiac sign that really delves deep into what it means to have a career and to have financial stability and to manifest that. So for you, Matt, and I'm going to read the card in a second, but it seems like a time of moving forward into that reaping the reward of what you've done. And if I had to say, like, if I were looking at Anisha's card, I would see that's number 1. I would see this is a very like summary kind of card. It's connected with Leo. And this is like, as we're thinking about the energetic loops, right? We go through these cycles of healing and then growth and then being in the spotlight and then releasing and then, all that whole cycle of that you can also find in the seasons. Summer moves into autumn, moves into winter, moves into spring. So this for Anisha in this case was a very summary card for sure. This one, which we got in for Caitlin, was a very like autumny, wintry card sort of thing, leaning towards wintry, I would say. And this card that you got in, Matt, was autumn. So this is about the time when you've put in the work, you've shown up, you the sun and the spotlight have been on you, and now you're reaping the rewards of the hard work that you've put in. Does that resonate? How does that resonate with anybody? Cool. Yeah. This is like, I'll read you. The future is assured and hope is all around for whatever is going on at the moment. Now is a brilliant time to work on your vision for the future, on goals, and on reevaluating past decisions. There it is. That's the part of, as well, the internal autumn, right? When we're going inside and we're saying, yes, okay, I've gone through the top of the hill, I've gone through the spotlight, and now I'm going to be able to go down and really reap all of the rewards that of all of the hard work I'm harvesting at the same time. And you're welcome. And I'm also reevaluating. How did that go? I put in the effort, I showed up, and now I'm thinking, okay, now I'm in review time, right? Ironically, I can't digest apples. That is so funny.
And since you mentioned it about being at autumn and a card of autumn, and as well as it relating to reevaluation. So, one thing else is popping up in my head for you, Matt, is to when you reevaluate, then also letting go of the things that are not working, once you figure out what is working and what is not. So, being able to let go of all those things that is not working for you, and knowing that, since the card was of continuance, so what is coming up for me is like not anything information, but kind of a reassurance that your work will continue to, impact a lot of people. And I know you like produce so beautiful music and they have this like wonderful effect on their hearts right now. But in the future, the fruits of it are like so beautiful, so immense that you can't even imagine. So yeah, continue doing what you're doing. That is also one thing that came up.
Ah, okay. Yes. I think you're also in the insight group as well, aren't you, Matt? I think I
Yeah,
saw you
he's also
a
an inside time teacher.
okay, yeah, okay. I think I saw you do a live recently where you were playing the piano, maybe. Is that right?
Sorry, I cannot hear the last line that you said.
Oh, I think Matt was in a live playing the piano or
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
Cool. It's good to have you here. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we have 10 minutes for this, So would you like me to do one more like turn of the wheel thing or like scrolling thing? Whatever it is that you would like to choose based on the timing.
Oh,
So,
uh, I don't know.
okay, guys, you guys choose. Would you
Yeah, you
guys
guys
like
too.
that? Would you like me to do a scroll on Substack thing, which is like very quick and it is something that I just started? Or would you like me to spin the wheel of wisdom and choose a book for us? So you guys can, pick one option. Matt says, thank you for this. I must sleep, but your collective energy is perfect. I hope to see you more. Thank you so,
Oh,
so
thank
much,
you,
Matt, for joining us. A peaceful sleep.
yes. Thank you for popping in.
Yes. Hmm.
Well,
Would you
do you
guys
want to
like
do
to see?
the wheel, maybe?
Okay, yeah, we can do the wheel. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. It takes just a little bit more time, so that's why I have the option. Okay, let's see. So, anyone who is here in the space or who will listen to this later, just, hold this intention, a beautiful intention for everyone, or anything that you need guidance on in your mind as we spin the wheel. Okay. So the book, this is the first time that this book ever came up. The name of the book is The Way of Effortless Mindfulness by Locke Kelly. So give me a second to open this beautiful book and see what wants to come through. It is interesting. I've done over like 160 lives now, and this is the first time that this book came up.
Oh, really?
So yeah, let's see what wants to come through. So I invite you guys to pick a number between 20 to 172.
Okay, there. And
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Hmm. And you can do that as well, Simone, if you feel called.
yes, I'll choose this number 57.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else who feel called to share a number, you guys can do so. Until then, yeah, let me go through page numbers 57 and let's see what is the message that wants to come for Simone. Okay, we have a number, Caitlin. And actually, this time I'm feeling called to do Caitlin's number first. So, yeah, okay, thank you for your permission. Okay, let's see what is on page number 88. Mm. So, okay, give me a second. Mm. So, the heading is Awake Awareness Energy. When we perceive ourselves as consciousness, as awareness itself, it is life changing. This is a significant insight, and we can even call it its own kind of awakening. A fundamental shift out of identification with thoughts and feelings to the purely subjective experience of being consciousness or awareness. But it is not an end point. It is a midpoint of realization. We still have a fundamental difference between the perceiver and the perceived, between awareness and everything that awareness is aware of. Next come the deeper state of realization, where the perceiver or the witness, so the state collapses. And when the perception of subject and object collapses, this is when we find our truth about the nature of our existence. So, here, two stages are being talked about. The first stage is, sometimes easily experienced when we have done some or other form of meditation, which is basically noticing that this is a thought that I am observing. So there is a distance that comes up between the thought, the emotion, the sensation, and you who are becoming aware, who are noticing this particular object. So this is in itself a very big realization, and that the author calls a midpoint of realization. And if you just practice this, it can totally change your life because you are no longer identified with the thought that I am a lazy person, for example, if the thought is like that, or I am unworthy if the thought is like that. So there is this thought, so you can easily name it that I am noticing a thought that says I'm unworthy. I'm noticing a feeling of anxiousness in my chest. So there's a distance that comes up in the moment when you name it. And when you name it, what happens biologically in your body is that your logical center of your brain get activated and the emotional part of your brain is no longer hijacking everything. So now you can actually choose wisely, act wisely. And then a one point beyond that is when the difference actually merges, not in the manner that it used to before, where you believe that thought or you were consumed by the emotion, but with that feeling of everything is one, that sense of oneness when we say that we all are one. So, yeah, so that is something that came up for me, Caitlin. Let me know, you know, if something came up for you from this reading or if it resonated with you.
Thank
And
you for explaining that because when I heard it, I was like, my CBT skills are coming up as well as the clouds in the sky visualization or the leaves on a stream. That's really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know what Caitlin is saying, is basically just like we said, noticing our thoughts. So we imagine our thoughts as clouds and we just observe them. So we are here, we are the sky, which is unaffected by anything, unaffected by the thoughts. And there are these clouds, which are the thoughts. And same goes for the leaves on a stream.
Mm.
And I'm glad that you resonated with what, came up for me, Caitlin. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Thank you for explaining it because I was like, what's that mean? Yeah.
that's perfect. You're right. And maybe something else come up for you, when you are listening to this later on, maybe. Right now we are in this,
Yeah.
so our mind is like not fully
Yeah.
at rest. Okay. So, Simone, would you like me to do your number as well?
Yeah.
57. Do you have the time?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. So let us go with page number 57. Hmm. So the author here says that, that there are few ways to transition from deliberate to effortless mindfulness. And those ways are stillness, focusing on the breath from within the breath, beyond the meditator, loving kindness and compassion that are already here, and embodiment scan. So, like, these are the different ways in which you can experience presence without any effort
Mhm.
and, without going into any depth for these. But what I'm feeling called for you is to, practice loving kindness, that, wishing um, the phrases of like beautiful wishes for other people and as well as you, because just like the other person um you know wants happiness, wants peace, they want less of stress, they want, all of these different things, and so do you. So, when we are angry with someone, when we are in a conflict with someone, we forget that this person is also a human being just like me, and they just want peace and they want to be free from suffering just like me. So that can be a reminder, and from that knowing, we can send them beautiful blessings, because if they are not in pain, they are less likely to inflict pain upon others.
Mhm.
So we send them that blessing for that. And we include ourselves, knowing that we as much deserve our own compassion as that other person who we care for, who we love, those people who we love the most. So how they deserve that love. Similarly, we also do. That is the practice that came up for me.
Yay! Yeah, that totally resonated for me. So thank you so much.
Okay.
Ah, wow, it was so lovely to see you, Anisha, and to see all of your well, thank you everybody who was here watching or commenting or sending hearts. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah. And those of you who will listen to us later on, thank you for being like a part of this space, because it is not bound by time. These
Mm,
messages are for anyone who need them
mm,
when, like, whenever they need them most. So yeah, it is for
mm.
anyone.
Yay. Well, thank you
Okay.
guys so much, and, yeah, hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So yeah, thank you, Caitlin, Susie, Matt, for joining us, and anyone else who we can't see or name yet. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yes. Alright,
Okay,
bye.
bye.